So here we go. We're about to begin a day's effort. I'm parked in the cul-de-sac, right near the main pedestrian mall. I'll just give the cul-de-sac a bit of a go, then I'm going to do the whole mall. So there goes the brooms. We're firing up the brooms and we're away. Someone's got the water on stronger than they need to. Oh, maybe that's the new way they do it. That's off. That's double power. Well, they've changed it so you've got more water. Oh, well, if that's the way they want to do it, that's the way it's going to be done, man. So they've set it so it's got a stronger dose of water than we used to have. We used to have a lighter than that. That's going to mean I'm going to have to fill up more often. If we have to fill up more often, so be it. He's always in the street there. You wouldn't have seen him on the fucking recording. Yeah, he's always camped there. He used to have something like a bit of a nice little ring, sort of like a half tent kind of like looking thing, but he doesn't have that anymore. He seems to be just sleeping straight in. That's the way it is, that's the way it is. Just lift up the thing, don't get a bit too close together. So, I'm going to enter the mall through this little gap here because I do actually have to sweep it anyway. Action of the mall has now begun. Okay. So basically what I do, there's no real right or wrong way to do it. But me, I usually just start at the outside of the mall, and then I gradually work my way to the inside of the mall. And I'd say down here at Westfield I'm going to have to get out with the blower because it's going to need a considerable effort. But that little doorway there don't look too bad. Temporarily just bring the brooms up here because I don't have to use the blower to blow a few things out of that doorway there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, boy, there we go. Oh. So there we go with the blower. Got all the shit out of the entrance of Westfield. And on we go. Because there's a, I don't know, some pain in the ass type angles at the bottom of the mall just there. And going around those, there's some silver bins back there. It just sort of makes it slightly awkward when you're trying to sweep and that. So I always go around the corner here and use this as a little turning point around the corner, and it helps you come back and eventually sweep that bottom of the mall section really well. So yeah, by just you know, by the time I go back around the corner, you have to sweep this anyway. But by the time you go back around the corner, it just improves your angle. So as you're coming around the mall a few times, it just improves your angle. Someone's left a fucking bottle of water here. What a pain in the fucking ass. Now I've got a little thing here which enables you to know if you're picking these things up. Okay. It's got a little, you can affect the wing underneath. By sort of going up and down, there's like this window thing here. You wouldn't see it on the camera. By going up and down, it allows you to pick some stuff up, like something that's a bit big, like say that body. Sometimes you get a bit of shit around the bank there, but the bank don't look too bad today. It looks not really in the leaves. There's a homeless guy here. I'm just going to go past him. I don't want to disturb him too much. We go. The bank's another section where you have to blow it out coming up further a bit up. The Commonwealth Bank. Section where you get some lean, but I can get in there just the machine itself. Once again, sort of do the bank generally. Sometimes it gets a bit unsteady and doesn't want to fucking go on these tiles so well for whatever reason. I don't know. So I don't know what the fuck that is. Something left there. What it is, I don't know what it fucking is. Looks like an ashtray or something. I'm going to get away with not having to blow too much. We'll see what happens up the top. Might not be so quick shot up the top. Now this is rooted here. I'm going to have to get out and I'm going to have to blow this shit out. Chemist Warehouse is a bit of an awkward spot as far as trying to get you. So yeah, it's going to have leaves and shit. I've got to fucking get out and blow them out. sometimes you work as a team where someone else has got a blower, but the guy is having a flexi day that normally does it. There we go. Ugh. See what happens up here. There's a little arcade up here. Could possibly need some more effort. Anyway, I got all the shit out from around there, fucking around the chemist shop. What the fuck's this here? Try to bump it with the back of the thing. No, I'll leave it there. Some sort of signage of some type. Oh, this doesn't look too bad. I don't know what this Bing Lee fucking thing is. What the fuck's that? So I'm going to get out and I'm going to suss it. Just to make sure if it's left there for someone who's delivering it, sure, but if it's just say an empty fucking bag, which who knows what the fuck it is, I'll get rid of it. Fuck, it's cold. Oh, so it was just an empty bag. I didn't know if someone was delivering something to somebody in the arcade and it was a parcel, which it may well have could have been because you couldn't really tell. But it ended up not being that. It ended up being an empty Bing Lee bag, so it indeed was just a piece of rubbish. So I opened up the hopper and I threw it in the back. Well, here we go again. We're off to a bit of a slower than normal start, but mainly because I'm here by myself and I've got to do the blowing myself. Normally there's someone else who's just really into that. We've got all that down pat. place has been hosed out, which is a good thing. Now you can see some of the punters already starting to rock up around here. It's good to be back in this fucking machine actually. It was away getting worked on. I think every 6 months or something. Someone's got a fucking dustpan and brush there. Who the fuck owns that? There's a little bit of shit over there. I might have a go at getting that when I come around next time. Yeah, I'll be a bit more aware of it. But anyway, back to going along the edge. Some of these, yeah, I'm not going to need the blower to get in there. I can just sort of get the brushes over a bit. Might have a few small dregs, but you know what, fuck lap of the mall. I notice here I missed a few dregs down here and the wind blew it back over. More than likely the wind just blew the fucking shit back over. Anyway, ease my way out. As I say, I start from the outside and I just gradually work my way towards the middle. When you get right in the middle on mole days, you got to be careful because there's a few of the stall tents that have got awnings coming out on them. So you've just got to watch them a bit careful so you don't take the fucking awning out on the side of the tent. In a street sweeper machine, your mirrors are wider out. The widest part out is your brushes, like maybe if the brushes are all, you know, even if they're all the way in, they're slightly wider out than your mirrors, but your mirrors are pretty wide, so what you got to do when you're doing these stalls is watch your mirrors that they don't hit the awnings on the stalls. And there's all sorts of shit when you're sweeping too, like flags and signs and all sorts of poles. You've got to watch your mirrors all the time. And when you're out in the suburbs, you've got to watch out for fucking people's front gate, letterboxes, cars poking out and all sorts of fucking shit like that. Anyway, this bottle I tried to pick up before, maybe because it's fucking 2/3 full, didn't go into those chutes, so I'm just going to get out and throw it in the hopper at the back. It's in the back. Oh, get fucked. Now, I didn't see too much shit going around on my first lap to suggest it's going to be a slow process to do it today. Managed to get rid of all the crap that has to be gotten rid of. So as we say, I start wide and I'll work my way in. Let the homeless guy over here on the right. They left it on full water washing. It used to have like full scrub and not so full scrub. It's to do with what the guys have done. They serviced this thing. Why they did that, I don't know. I might give it another quick suss out actually. Unless they want more water hanging around there. After all, they're the experts on how it operates. So here we go. This cunt wasn't here when I came here before. He's just rocked up. Guy up there. Normally they're there all night. He's only just rocked up and bedded down now. It's early hours of the morning. Maybe he's just been sleeping somewhere else and he's just sort of gonna be hanging around there later in the day, maybe begging for some money or something. He's just sort of preparing. I don't know what it'd be. It's probably, might be 4:45 in the morning. I'm not fucking sure. We had to do a few things I normally don't have to do, and I'm sort of out of the blocks slower than normal. Normally I'm out of the blocks faster than this. But anyway, it looks pretty straightforward today, so as though I'm probably maybe 20, possibly 30 minutes behind where I'd normally be. Like on an average day, but some days I've got a lot more fucking bullshit to worry about than the days, so I reckon by about halfway to 2/3 of the way through my run, we're probably going to be on about par to where we normally be, I'd say. Some days you've got more fucking bullshit to worry about than this. So I'm off to a slow start. I'll be par for the course pretty soon. See already most of the crap's starting to be way to the middle of the mall. Section here. Bit of small bits of shit in here. Nose around here. To make sure there ain't anybody anywhere behind me. I might have about, it's hard to say, but I think I've probably only got about 2 more laps of the mall. Because this lap I'm doing now is getting me sort of, it looks like it'll be the second last towards the middle. And the last one will be at the edge of the awnings. So there'll be one more lap after this to get to the edge of the awnings. You can see the awnings hanging out on the tents. Some of the tents don't have awnings. But for the ones that do, I'll go close to them. The others I'll just sort of go to the edge of the tent myself. Sort of see that you got this lap, and I'll have to put in one more lap after this. This is getting, let's say, looks like the beginning of the last lap, so I've got to go close to these tents to get the shit close to them, making sure there's nothing protruding out off them. Just take my time. I'm just about done with the main part of the mall now. Still a bit at the front of the mall there. I've got to do when I do this lane. The guy who does the pressure washers does a pretty good job of blasting a lot of crap away from the middle for me, so it makes it a little bit smoother when you have to finally sweep it up. Okay, now here's an awning. So you just got to get your mirror near the edge of that awning. That fucking is. I won't run that over. That might belong to one of the stalls. It just looks like something that might belong to one of the stalls. So I'm not going to go over and pick it up. It might just be a piece of rubbish, but just in case it isn't. They can too bad. On that side of the wall, there's an awning there, of course. So just once again, just go to the edge, put the brooms out as far and wide as I can. Just go to the edge of the awning. And the ones that haven't, I'll just come over to the side and go to the edge. Do what you can. You can see the edges there. Let's go to the edge. There's a bus interchange and a lane called Post Office Lane. Because it used to be a post office there, it's moved. It was there for years. Do the interchange first. It doesn't really make a difference. Often I do this little Lane Anderson lane first, but it doesn't make any difference. I won't be doing it first. I might do it before I do Post Office Lane. This is a little section in front of the pub. Sometimes you can see cunts in the pub at night. I think it's certain nights. You can't see it because it's got tinted windows. You can't usually see in there too well through the day. A lot of it's London. At night. It's obviously the pub's closed now. I think on the weekend you see cunts sitting there having a beer. This is Friday, very early Friday morning. I don't think it's the time of the morning where they're going to be up and about in there. Circuit here, there's a bit of shit written in front of the paper and that, just that little section there. Just go to here, pick up some of this shit I can see just around the vicinity. Comes back up the other way, this is a one-way street, but this time of night there's no country miles. Oh, get fucked. A bit of grime, a bit of shit, a bit of crap. Go over it all and pick it up. Before I go to the bus interchange, I might go back out into the mall. This awning, the main secret of this awning is it starts off fairly low, but because they put it up and down, some days you can fucking hit it. Or you would hit it. I've never hit it. You would actually hit it. So, because it's on a hill, it starts off low. sitting there. I can't really get at it. I could get off and throw it in the hopper when I come back. Anyway, I'm going back down towards the mall very temporarily, only because this is a little patch. Like if I go here, I do a U-turn and come back the other way. Means I get all this shit and I picked it up. Do a little U-turn in here, just do a little circuit and go back out down towards the bus fucking interchange. So I'll just use this as a little turning circle. Sort of things you can get in the day when you get on foot. Missed one cigarette, but you know what? Fuck. Still might be coming back this way one last time. I'm not. Oh, maybe I won't, because I've been going down to do fucking this little lane. It's called off Anderson Street. I think it's probably called Anderson Lane. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Okay. Now, heading down towards the bus interchange. No, this is just a little bit of a section of footpath that sometimes I go this way going down there. There's different ways you can go it down the road, whatever. But this is one way. It doesn't make any difference if you just come down and pick up some shit as you're going along. Picking up shit from the neighbourhood, so you've got leaves and shit all over the place. Okay. Now, there's nothing around here anywhere, so let's go straight up here and get this shit. Pass on through. Okay, so here is the bus interchange. Let's get a bit of this shit here and I'll hook it over this way. Missed a bit there, but I don't need to tell you. Fuck it. In this job, you just come every day, so there's one little patch one day, one little thing next day, the next day doesn't matter, you cover it the next day. Plenty of leaves tomorrow. Oh, fuck off. Tried to get a little bit of plastic there. Didn't fall the way I say it, that was the worst thing. Oh, there we go, got it. Sometimes you can't get at this little corner here because there's buses walking past here, but that applies to the whole place. This is one of the common places. You've got some drivers like the fucking parks. While there's nobody here right now, I'm going to do a little bit of a U-turn and go back that way. It's always likely somebody could suddenly rock up. That's just piece of shit here. Do just a quick circuit. This is a quick edit. Sometimes there's a corner over on the side. We get delivery drivers and they leave bins and that there. It tends to get a lot of leaves and a lot of shit and a lot of rubbish around it. I'm probably going to have to get out with the blower and give it a bit of a little blast out. We'll see what happens when I get around there. When my gurney is working, I use the forget the gurney pump. Give it a good blast out with that. That's it, you know, some days if I haven't got the blower. So I am going to temporarily get out, just leave the machine parked here very temporarily, and I'm going to get the blower. I'm going to blow all this fucking shit out so I can pick it up with the machine. Oh, get fucked. Oh, get fucked. Here we go. Just get this over and done with. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'm not going to pick it up. When I've got a partner, they do that while I'm in the machine, but as I say, the guy who's normally on the end of the fucking blower is having a flexi day today. So I'm flying solo. Well, not totally solo because the guy was in the pressure washer, which is a good thing. There's even been days I've had to do fucking everything. So that's the method I use there. Sometimes when I'm flying solo, and I am the lone poor stupid bastard, I'll go back because there's so much. I'll go back just to make sure there's not another little patch I've missed somewhere. Do a little bit of a U-bolter. dregs in. Yeah, as I was saying before, when I'm flying solo, sometimes I use the pressure hose off the machine to blast that out, because I can jump out quickly and blast it out with the thing, so I don't have to bring the blower with me. So there we go, that was done, so we just continue on doing the circuit exchange. So now I'll swap sides and I'll do the other side. Go around, I do 2 laps. I just do it quickly once a day. I don't even know if we 100% really have to do the fucking interchange, but I don't get out doing it yet for the cleaners and fucking working on the car. Fucking that shit's me over popped out. I'll have to do it with you when you go back. But just do a quick circuit here, makes the whole town centre look better anyway. Oh, look at it like that. The ratepayers will seem happy because the entire town centre at least looks cleaner. Change. What I do at the end is I just pick one side, one or the other up here. Pick one side one way or the other, and I just get rid of a few leaves as I'm on the way out. Okay, there's a few leaves on the way out. Okay, so now I'm going to go down. I'm going to do Anderson Lane off this side. I'm going to do the post office lane last. Doesn't make any fucking difference really. You'll either head off over that way. There's this other little lane. You just go through and you just look for a few dregs here and there. But I've done the main job, which is the mall. This is just the little sections. This little patch here gets quite a few leaves up along here. Just through this it goes, that leads up to the mall, hits the bottom of the mall kind of thing. It's just not far from the mall, and we've got this little lane. Sometimes I actually do this little lane first when I'm working with other people. The main reason because it gives them enough time to walk around with the blower and do a couple of little jobs before I hit the main section of the mall. So anyway. This is a little bit bit of a one-way street section that comes in towards this lane. I might do either side. There's quite a few leaves this morning. Pick up all the shit as we go. Unusual tonight. I haven't seen any rats. Normally it's an absolute rat fest. I'll still see them before the end of the night, but normally it is a rat fest. You go through these times, you get baits and get rid of them, then there's a rat bait there. But who knows, maybe the baits are too old or something. I'm not 100% sure, but at the moment there are fucking zillions of rats. Street cleanser's life is fucking birds. Rats don't bother me. They're just dirty little buggers. The bird shit everywhere. They give you a lot of work to do. To hose them all down. It's the birds which are the ones giving me 99% of the problems of my work. The bird shit is horrendous. There's two types. You got pigeons, which are very bad. They are very, very bad. I might just switch these brooms off and I can just go past this fucking trolley without fucking tangling my ass all over it. Pigeons are pretty bad, but the worst of all are these parrots. I think it might be rosellas, but they roost in the trees in the mall and they are fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Not just terrible, but fucking terrible. Pigeons are pretty bad. They're borderline fucking terrible. Or maybe you could say pigeons are fucking terrible. And rosellas are fucking terrible. Okay. There's a fair bit of leaves on the other side of that one-way street that leads into here. This little patch here, what I often do, I just go down here. You get a lot of leaves here anyway, so you might as well just come down and clean it. And then you can go back, once you get around here, you can go out the traffic lights, go around the circle and go back down and get all the leaves on the other side of that road. You'll see a bottle or some bullshit left there. Okay. This way, and I'll just make sure I get all as I go. Oh, it's a custom cut. Same difference. There you get all these leaves here. There we go. Someone swept around here, obviously. The large sweeper truck would have passed through this section. Oh, fucking hell, I've got a few more loads to do and I'll be done. I reckon I've most likely, because the mall wasn't as bad as it can possibly be. It wasn't like it was great. Well, most I reckon I'd be about half of the course now. I'd probably caught up. I was behind in the beginning. I reckon I would now be caught up. But I'm not streaks ahead by any stretch of the imagination. We're gradually creeping our way towards the end. Oh, good fuck. I feel a bit fucking tired. I generally start getting tired as you get to the end of your week. And this is a Friday. So by the time you get to Friday, you're rooted. I work Saturdays, so I'm generally rooted on Saturday. But it's a shorter day because I'm only doing overtime. I only have to come in for 6 hours. So the good thing is I'm often feeling pretty rooted when I rock up here. 6 hours I'm out of the fucking dive. Once I'm out of the dive, I can go home, have a nice shower. Still got quite a bit of Saturday I don't miss out on. And I don't have to front up for my day. When you've got flexi days, it works out to be quite marvellous too. I had a flexi day on Monday. Yeah, the lane don't look anywhere near as bad as it normally is. Maybe because the machine was off the road for a while, some of the guys on foot have been walking through here with blowers or something. Because normally, this is far fucking worse. There's shit here, but it's normally a lot worse. Yeah, I get fucked. Mainly things like cigarette butts and shit. A bit of rubbish. Often will be fucking far worse than this. I'll have to come down the lane again, so I'll point my ass. There's a corner over here, I always point my ass and do a 3-point turn. You just gotta watch out for a fucking railing near some stairs, you don't wipe it out. But when you do this job every fucking day, it's very repetitious. You know every little nook and cranny and every little manoeuvre that's good. So unless you want to just break things up by doing a different kind of a pattern or something. Sometimes if you just break things up, you can come up with some nice little different sorts of ways that you never thought of doing shit. But I've pretty much got a down pat way of going. Down the middle, as I've been down either side, you go down the middle. That allows me to put my nose over in the corner over here that I've been able to do. There's a corner over here, a few bits of cigarette butts and a few little bits of shit in there. So I can put my nose over here. This is an unfinished little patch, and then I can just sort of do a 3-point turn going out. Just watch your mirrors. A little bit here, I couldn't get a good enough angle to get some of these bit of chewy or something. Maybe just a couple of small little tiny bits of dregs. Chemist warehouse line, maybe. Okay. These cunts, I don't know what they're fucking doing. I wish they'd fuck off. They're looking for something, obviously. Maybe I can cross over because there's another lane over this. At the moment, because I come most days, it's not really too badly out of hand. There was one time they were doing work here, they had scaffolds and shit here that was here for months. Couldn't get any. It was a bit of a nightmare when they first took the scaffold everything down. Probably took me about 3 days to get it really, really clean. But through repetition, oh shit, I'm not sure, I won't run that over for now, I'm not 100% sure of those bits of fucking shit. Someone might be doing some work there, let them fucking do it. Some fucking delivery driver. Might do a full circle here. I saw a couple of things. I can pick it up. Paper bag. The only thing I really haven't done is just one more bit going up the middle. I noticed that there was a couple I tried to bump it off the edge up here on a step up to it. I bumped it off the edge, but I didn't actually pick it up properly. So anyway, here we go. Now, always these days, not always, but if it, today it doesn't look so bad. Some days it can be pretty bad for leaves. This is like Chatswood Chase shopping centre kind of thing. So I do them a favour. Just sort of come along. See, someone's been around here with a blower, but there's a few leaves already accumulated. It's no effort. For about 2 minutes of effort, they come down here and make it spotless or close to not far off being spotless for them. But I normally just have a look. If it looks as though there's not really much in the way of leaves, I don't give a fuck. But if indeed, like today, there wasn't one. If you see that there's some leaves of that, some days it can be horrendous. And it's seasonal too. Like at the moment we're in summer. We're around about maybe, I reckon, 5 or 6 weeks away from where we get into autumn and the leaves start going stupid. There's a very bad season of leaf season. And we're coming towards it. Cigarette butts and bits of shit around there. And there's a little lane up here. Like, I think you've got a big sweeper must go through at certain times. It's usually not too bad. You can have a surprise, but it's usually not all that bad. So all I do is I come down there and I just drive through and I just stake out any little dribs and drabs of extra shit here and there. I do it like a bit of a pass through, like I just give it a suss out effort. Because you walk into the odd little stray bit of shit that needs dealing with. So I normally just come up here and just suss out any little dribs and drabs as I'm coming through. I can see up there on the other side there's a couple of dribs and drabs. I can see little things like cigarette butts and little small bits of stuff. Watch out for this guy in this car. I don't know what he's doing. He's just hanging out. I'll just get a few little dribs and drabs. You can see here there's a fucking... plastic fucking bag. After 6 o'clock these barriers come down, so it lets me know that I'm before 6 o'clock. That doesn't worry me in this because the gap between the middle of the barriers, this machine's thin enough to actually go straight through the middle, so even if the boom gates here are down, this this little beast can simply just go straight fucking through anyway. So there we go, and that's a couple of ribs and grabs of shit. Just pick it up as you go. So I haven't done Post Office Lane. It's the only thing I haven't done. I still clean up, get a few leaves sometimes back around near our work shed and that. What the fuck's that? Not sure exactly. Sometimes if the brooms aren't working properly, give you a warning sign. You can have worse warning signs, but I don't think it's anything like that. I'll have a look and see later on the faults. Oh, and they've got a great fucking line. Better get around here. Now, I'm going to go straight up here onto the... I already just swept this bit before. I'm just going to go up here because I'm going to use the maul to get to this lane, because the lane's near the maul, and rather than me go all the way around the block. I can get up to that maul quite easily. Going around this way. I mean, lane, coming through the mall. I'm going to be tongue-tied in my words. Ugh, fucking hell. These parrots are shit, though. Whoever's cleaned it's done a good job of cleaning it this morning, but they'll be shit. There'd already be shit on the fucking seats now. It's not even that fucking daylight. Okay, now there's a little patch down here that I just realised I hadn't done, but I often do this right at the end anyway. So this is the only little patch of the wall I haven't done. It sits on here, coming back. I'll do it right now. I often do this in conjunction with doing the lane anyway. Yeah, this is a tiny little patch in the mall I realised I hadn't done yet. But because I often do this little patch in conjunction with doing this lane, it doesn't really matter. There's the lane there. I'm pointing at the lane now, but I'm going to still go back and do this little tiny patch at the mall that I still haven't done, and then come to the lane. Garden boxes. That was the only part of the mall I haven't actually done. So, just jolted my memory when I come back this way to do the Post Office Lane. No better time than right now to do it. Notice a bit of paper there up on the gutter there. gonna see if I can drag it down before I do the one. Should be able to. There we go. Yep, got it. Okay, here we go. Up the lane we go. Job, and then I've got to put out pins and fucking shit too, which is quite a sizable job in itself. I should get out really with the blower. Get in with the blower, I reckon. Might be able to get away with it. It doesn't look too fucked in. Maybe someone's blown this out. This is like a little emergency bay, but it's basically like a fucking pigeon coop. Emergency vehicle bay, so that if anyone comes into the town centre like the coppers or something, or probably an amber, they can sort of park it. You've got to be very careful coming out here because you might have people come up from the station, because the station is right near this lane. It's one of the main thoroughfares for people coming down from the fucking train station. I reckon somebody's been in this fucking lane. Someone's been through here with a blower or something. Because this machine was off the road getting serviced, so probably word went out that someone would come up here with a blower and give it a go. Let this guy go. Yep. There he goes. Now he understood what I was saying to him, but then he figured it out. I was just signalling to let him go. Something to do with the mirrors are set up in a slightly different way where the reflection's a bit more difficult to hold. So I had to make sure I wasn't going to wipe out a wall. Normally I could see it pretty good, but I couldn't see it. Someone else has got the mirrors set up in some way that they like. It obviously makes a difference in that certain little position. Of having reflection where you can't see properly out of your mirrors. Anyway, got in there and out. I'm not going to bother with the fucking blower. It doesn't look bad enough to warrant giving a fuck. Someone else has been here because there was tons of leaves that looked pretty bad behind the garden box. Somebody's been in here that done something. Massively fucked, so I'm not going to bother to get out. because the mirrors are bad, I won't use my favourite fucking turning spot. There's other places I can easily get up here and turn. You can see bits of a few little bits of grit and grime and shit. I'll use this. This is much bigger and easier to turn. I don't generally mind so much turning that little spot, but as I say, because someone else has set the mirror up, and it just happens to be different from the way I set the mirror up. It just seemed to catch very bad glare and reflection. I couldn't see a fucking thing out of it. There we go. So, what I normally do now is I take the machine down, I put it on the charger, because I've got other jobs now. But there still might be a few little dribs and drabs of shit around here near the shed that I often pick up. Sometimes the car park down here can be messy. So I'll drive down and have a quick look, and I'll do just a couple of small little things I do just after I finish my run. But that's my run. Anyway, let's have a look. These streets don't look too bad. Sometimes you get leaves everywhere. Don't look too bad. Big sweepers probably come through. I don't know how often it seems to come through once or twice a week. And you can see they're being around. I've got a couple of other little jobs I have to do actually. I couldn't quite do them yesterday, which I will indeed do. What is shit here? I'm gonna clean this. This looks pretty fucking. Oh shit. Doesn't look too bad here. We shouldn't really be doing this until after 7 o'clock anyway, because once we get here, this is residential, so yeah. I usually come down just a little after, say 7 o'clock. We're a bit early for that. It's probably something like that. Oh, look, I don't really know, but I'm having a guess. It might be 6:15, something like that. So, yeah, you can tell the big sweeper has been around here, because even yesterday I remember shit everywhere here. Oh, what could do in there? I'll do a little bit of a quick run around in here, because I'm responsible for this car park. Sometimes get the blower out too. Don't know if I'll do that today, but in the near future I will. It's looking, it really does seriously need a good blowout in some places. But I don't know if today is the best day, because I've got other priorities like setting up the stalls. Too much of a puck about it for the day. I'll still give this a quick run around doing this, but I'm not gonna get over the back and really get fucking serious about blowing some of the leaves out on the side walls and that just yet. next week I can do that. Monday, I mean maybe Tuesdays when there's less going on. Tuesdays is a bit of a quieter day. We've got a couple of extra little jobs we have to do on a Monday. It's a quiet day too, but there's some other little jobs you've got to do. So next Tuesday I'll just come out with the blower and I'll go around the edge and do some of this little sections and do it a little bit more thorough. But for now, we'll go the facelift. The quick facelift. The mild aesthetic effort. Oh, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. Just about got this little car park section aesthetically swept out. Fuck it. These fucking bush turkeys, they fucking make a fucking mess all over the cunts. Just on the other side there of just on the edge of the car park, the mound's so high it's coming over that little wall bit there, straight through the fucking gauge fence. Fucking great big mountain of fucking looms. They're a messy bird. Okay. I'll just do this little, get a lot of leaves here for this little section. I'll just give it a little bit of a go. Oh shit, didn't mean to go that close. Got to put it in reverse. Dumb fuck I am sometimes. Okay, here we go. Some of these lawyers were nearly at the stage of done all our morning's effort. I've certainly done my major effort. Up here a bit, just a fraction, a little bit. go. Fucking hell. Let's park back here because the charging station's over here. This electric fucker. So there we go. Fuck off. Day one